questions do you have so far?
Still none.
Anything you're wondering?
No.
Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is some ways to make your shots better. Who gives them to you?
Mom and Dad.
Mom or Dad? Are you interested at all in giving them to yourself?
I try with my nurse, and never get it in my stomach. We do hand over hand.
Okay.
His nurse at school gets them too.
Okay. So how does the hand over hand go?
Good. I push the button to get the insulin. So
You push the button?
yeah, but she pushes it in.
Okay.
If I try to get it out, I can't.
Is it because you're scared to like put a poke in yourself? Okay. So this is a cool thing because it's kind of has the same texture as skin, if you want to feel it. This is a good thing to practice on. So like I know you have rufus, but this is cool because it's more like, you know, you can pretend it's part of your leg, you can pretend it's the back of your arm, it can be your belly, it can be your booty cheek, it can be your hip back here. So this is, kids tell me sometimes if we practice and pretend, we can go through the steps and see what things we can do to make it better. So if you want, we can do that now. So I'm gonna do you want me to go through it first and tell you what I do?
Yeah.
Okay. So which part of your body do you give your shots on? Or do you get your shots?
We do my stomach and my arm.
Okay. Have you tried leg?
We tried my leg, but we haven't done it in a while.
Okay. Why is it important that you try multiple spots?
Because if you do anything, you'll have more insulin in one part of your body.
Right, because you get scar tissue forming, and scar tissue is like a sponge underneath your skin. So if you just use the same 2 spots all the time, you'll get scar tissue. Then when you go to put that medicine in, it'll get stuck in that sponge, and it won't travel through your body and help that sugar get where it needs to go. So it's really important that you try different spots, because the more times you're switching, the more times those spots that you aren't using have time to rest and let that scar tissue not form.
We've been doing back here, so then I get the shots at like night before 8 and for my nighttime and my long night.
Yeah, we do rear end for his long acting.
Cool.
If I get shots like that, like when I'm eating, I'll do the short acting there too.
Gotcha. Okay. So you don't have to try a new spot right away, but just something to think about. You might want to start doing it. So some things that make it easier are when mom or dad give you the shot, do they grab your skin a little bit? So if you do, the bigger the grasp you do, the better it helps that poke feel. So if you do like a tiny one, that kind of hurts, but if you grab a lot of your skin, that helps the poke go in a little bit easier because it kind of tightens your skin out. Instead of just, you know, being kind of mushy when you squeeze it, it makes it real taut. So that helps the poke go in. I know you probably change the needle every single time, but you're kind of into science and stuff like that. You might want to Google microscopic view of a used needle. It's just really interesting to see what the needles look like after you use them 1 or 2 or 3 times, just how different they are in the dullness. You know what dull means? Not sharp?
Yeah.
So that's just something interesting that you might be looking into, but I know you change them every time. If you want to get a buzzy, you can purchase these on your own and have it for injections. You just put it in between the brain and the pain. So if you're gonna do your injection on your arm, here goes pain, buzzy, brain. If you're gonna do it on your leg, you wanna do injection, buzzy, brain, in between the brain and the pain. This works the best if you hold it on the spot that you're gonna do the injection in for a couple minutes. You don't have to, but if you have time, it works because it gets that spot real numb. Then you move it up and do the injection in the spot that you just made it numb. These are like $30 on Amazon, but if you don't want to spend that much money, you can buy like a back massager from
Okay,
Dollar
yeah.
Tree. Same idea.
Okay.
If you don't want one of these, you can do an ice cube. Have you tried that?
Yeah, we were going, like when we came home, we tried cold spoon.
Did it help you at all?
A little bit, but
Cold spoons are good. I like ice cubes better because they last a little bit longer, so you can hold it on longer. You can also put like coins, a bunch of quarters in the freezer. You want to go outside and dig up some rocks out of the dirt, you can do those, put them in a Ziploc baggie and then hold that on there. Anything that will kind of make it cold will be helpful. So those would be 2 things that could help you feel a little bit less fearful of the injections. And also I know it's just pretty new for you, so it will just get easier. Doing it more times, your body becomes more sensitized to it. So let's practice. Which part of your body should we pretend this is?
arm.
Arm? Okay. So should we practice this pin or the other one?
We can do just
You pick for me.
okay.
This one? Okay. So we'll pretend this is your pen. So there's liquid in here and it's just not insulin, it's water. So that's how we can practice with it.
And the hospital
thing. Saline is another word for water, so we'll do that. Do you get everything ready and then come to him, or does he watch you prepare it all?
We take turns. I'm trying to push him to be the one to get it ready every time.
Okay.
And we both do the math. So we've taken some steps to get there.
Do you like helping to get it ready? So this can help you be more in control because it's your body. You have the diabetes. It's important for you to take care of yourself with mom support. So a lot of kids tell me when they do this part, they feel like an ownership. That it's my body, I'm taking care of it. So if I was gonna give this to my arm, I would take the lid off and then you clean it. We talked about that, right? You clean yours at home?
Yeah.
So you clean the top of this. You don't want any germs. And you clean your skin, clean, clean, clean. And another tip too to help it hurt a little less is letting that alcohol dry. So I just let it kind of air out. And in the meantime, I take my needle, take the top off. And a lot of kids want to just put it on like this, but you don't want to do that because you can accidentally bend that needle. So, okay, so you put it on straight, wait for it to click, and twist it off. This one didn't go on, make me look bad. So it's on, and you don't have to like tighten it crazy tight, just so it's on there. And then this is the second protector, so you take it off, but you don't have to put this one back on. That's because people accidentally poke themselves.
Yeah, Daddy does that, doesn't he?
So you just put the big one back on.
Yeah.
Do you know what it needs to prime the pin?
Yeah, you do it to either 1 or 2 or half.
And do you know why we prime it?
So there's no bubbles in it.
And what happens if there's an air bubble in it?
Then it's dead because
No. Getting an air bubble in this kind of injection cannot kill you. That's some people think that, but the reason we don't want air bubbles is because if you have a little air bubble, you're not going to get all the medicine. Because when you go to push it into your body, it pushes in that little air bubble, and it should be pushing in medicine, so it kind of misses that space. So we just want you to get all your medicine. So if the worst thing happened, you forgot to prime it, and you pushed a little air bubble in your skin, you won't die or anything. You just won't get all your medicine, but we want you to get all of it, right? So you just prime it, and I think it's funny to prime it and like squirt a bunch out. I just like to do that. And you can do that with my pins because it's just saline. You don't want to waste your own insulin because it's expensive. But so when I prime, I just prime it a little bit higher because I think it's hilarious. So you do that. It's important to make sure you don't prime it towards anybody's eyeballs and you prime straight up and down. So, okay, it's primed. So what should the fake dose be today?
What?
You can just guess anything. Let's pretend we did the calculation and we came up with.
I've been mostly getting like 5.
Okay.
So let's do 4.
Okay. So we'll do 4 units. You have mom and dad double check that it's the right dose. And then you grab the pin, you wrap all your fingers around it so you have a nice grip. Because the better you put it in straight in and out, the less like you are to feel it. So if you're like doing it all haphazard and crazy, you can like bend it or poke yourself or whatever. So you want to be like, okay, I'm going to do this. Wrap all my fingers around it so it's steady and secure. And you press down with your thumb. And when you press down, does mom or dad count?
Yeah.
We sing a song.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Even better. What do you sing?
I'm a child of God.
Good. Okay, so we'll sing that. And you hold it down for the whole song because you know that it twists the medicine down. You want it to go back to 0.
Yeah, we get to like
It says, we say, I am a child of God, and He has sent me here. So I'm a child of God, and He has sent me here is after you've depressed.
Okay, that's good to know. So
Yeah.
one thing that kids tell me that helps them a whole lot, especially when they're doing it to themselves, but it also helps when mom or dad doing it. Do you take a big deep breath while it happens?
not really.
So a lot of kids tell me that first of all helps them be less nervous, because when you're nervous, your body's like this. I don't want to get these shots. I hate it. So you're holding your breath and stuff. But if you take a big breath, and it helps your body relax, you go, and your whole body just kind of feels like. So that's helpful. So if you have mom or dad sing while they're doing it, you can do the breath. So when she says, I'm a child of God, you can go, and you just breathe in like you're smelling a really good plate of food. And that's when mom can go, I'm a child of God, and she breathes in. And then when she sings the second line, you let your breath out while she puts it in. So while she goes, then you get that medicine in your body, okay? So, want to practice like we're at home? Can you sing the first line while I take a brief breath in? And then when you start to sing the second line, I'm going to do my injection, and you watch me how I do the breaths, okay? So pretend I'm you doing this all to myself. I'm primed, I've got my dose, I'm ready, I got my wide pinch so I don't feel it.
Okay.
Ready?
I am a child of God, and He has sent me here.
Back to 0. And I didn't feel it as much because I took a nice deep breath and I kept my body calm. What do you think about that? Something you might be interested in trying? Would you like to practice now? Want to start all over and put a new needle on it? Yeah, we can practice with the vial too. Want to do the pen first and then we'll do vial second? Okay. So we're going to put our sharps here so remember to secure them when we're done. So start all over. You can open a new alcohol pad if you want and everything. Which part of your body will we pretend it is? Want to try a spot you haven't tried before?
We've tried all this one.
Okay.
So,
You just pick. What's it going to be?
leg, since we haven't done that.
Okay, cool. This will be fake leg. Clean, clean, clean. You gotta clean your fake leg. Clean, clean, clean. Get all the germs off there. We want to let it dry, 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 dry. Just do it very slowly and carefully so if you accidentally don't twist it on, you don't end up poking yourself. Take that part off. Prime it. You can do a big prime if you want. Okay, now what's your dose gonna be?
We're gonna do 3.
3? Okay, so remember how you hold it? Nice and secure. Your thumb will push the button. Uh-oh. Let's start over. That's